What connection can the returning Great King of Evil and the chosen hero have due to their ancient attire? The answer could be deeper than you know. The new story trailer to the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has shown us many fantastical sights and some new designs when it comes to familiar characters, including that of Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. But a burning question when it comes to a supposed connection of attires worn by both Link and Ganondorf has presented itself. What is the connection between these two characters that have long been connected by the Triforce when it comes to these specific outfits? In a previous theory, given how ancient Ganondorf's corpse seems to be, I believe that these outfits are indeed a product of the time, of that era, and while it is up for debate that this Link that we see playable in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer may or may not be of that ancient era in real time, I do still believe wholeheartedly that these clothes came from that time. But to take it a step further with this theory, I feel that the identity and the connections from this particular clothing may have grander, deeper meaning that could explain a good amount of the potential story in this game. The reason why Link and Ganondorf seem to dress similar is the hidden truth that is too much for the people of Hyrule to know and could explain certain aspects that were missing from the original Breath of the Wild. It deals with the three virtues of the Triforce and the people that apparently worshipped that aspect more so than the Sheikah and the Hyrulean royal family. And it is thanks to Link's particular set of robes that this conclusion can be drawn back to the Zonai. And the reason because of this is not only the color of Link's robes, but with the potential symbol that is adorned on it, with that symbol being a dragon. As according to the lore in the original Breath of the Wild and creating a champion, the Zonai praised animals, motifs that are connected to the virtues of the Triforce, with a dragon representing courage, an owl representing wisdom, and a boar representing power. And from a perspective like this, that Link and Ganondorf seem to be wearing very similar robes, it could be possible that the Zonai indeed praised the virtues of the Triforce, that they adored and herald those destined to bear the Triforce parts tied to these virtues, no matter who the wielder may be. And with their intimate knowledge of the Triforce, as blatantly showed with the Zonai ruins, would come at obvious odds with the royal family and the Sheikah. And with their supposed worship of the virtues of the Triforce, in the past, the Zonai would bestow gifts upon those to be selected by destiny to wield the Triforce. And as time and time again within the history of Hyrule and Zelda, we've seen that Link is chosen by the Triforce of Courage, Ganondorf chosen by the Triforce of Power, and of course Zelda being chosen by the Triforce of Wisdom. And this is how Link gained the green robes of the dragon, because that was a gift from the Zonai in order to signify him as being the destined wielder of the Triforce of Courage. And now this leads to the connection of Ganondorf's clothing that we see him wear as a corpse in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailers. While it is definitely that of a similar design and theme, due to eons past, a similar color to that of red could have faded out from this attire. And funny enough, all the shots that we see of Ganondorf throughout trailers 1 and 2, where the symbol of a boar could possibly be on his sleeve, is obstructed. I felt that this was obviously done on purpose in order to keep that connection still a secret from those that could pick up on the eagle eyes. And this would lead into the Zelda of that period would gain blue robes of an owl as a gift from the Zonai. An attire like this wouldn't be out of the question for the Zonai to bestow upon those of legend. An idea like this could have easily been lifted by the royal family in order to adapt for the champions of Hyrule, as we've seen in Breath of the Wild. And honestly, I don't think that's the only thing that the royal family and the Sheikah may have taken from the Zonai. But then of course, when Ganondorf does what Ganondorf does, a choice had to be made against him and against the Zonai, with him eventually being sealed by the green glowing arm power that makes way for the events of Breath of the Wild through the Calamity and Breath of the Wild 2 as we see in the trailers. And if we're going off the idea that this is Zonai magic, Zonai energy that caused the seal on Ganondorf, this could have been a direct order from the royal family as punishment for even entertaining the idea to shower Ganondorf, the one who is always known by history, time and time again, to be the scourge of Hyrule and the source of all evil. But that could have only been one part of the Zonai's penalty, inflicted by the royal family and the Sheikah tribe. Embarrassed by this so-called attempt in order to bring the three virtues together, the royal family may have banished the Zonai to the skies. And as theorized from what we see in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, somehow those skies, those islands, may have been disconnected through some sort of dimensional rift that it cannot be seen or interacted from the grounds of Hyrule. Think of it as a similar situation or a combination of that separated the land of the Picori and the Twilight Realm from Hyrule. And with the Zonai banished, their existence within history was erased as much as it could be. Although, being as skilled as magic as they are perceived to be and possibly technology, their gifts and creations when praising the aspects of the Triforce may have inspired various aspects that the Sheikah and royal family adapted in the tapestry shown from 10,000 years ago, including that of Sheikah technology and the divine beasts, literally lifting the animal motif from the Zonai, and returning to the skies with the attire that seemed to be shared between Link and Ganondorf and possibly Zelda. We can unlock the secrets of what happened before the events of 10,000 years ago that can truly tell us more about the Zonai, as evident enough with a tribe that praises the Triforce and the Triforce itself not even being referenced and missing almost on the whole in Breath of the Wild. We can perhaps finally find out why that is, considering that Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf are all returning. And if Ganondorf is trying to reach the skies in style using the Hyrule Castle, it could be possible that the one thing that he always wanted could be hidden among the clouds. So what did you think about the Zelda theory that ties the aspects and attires of Link and Ganondorf together to a supposed gift of the Zonai? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more hype Breath of the Wild 2 videos and theories. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping making this video happen. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, check out my info in the description box below. And be sure to check out my other Zelda theories, including that of a link between links. Click the card or in the description box below. Alright guys, until the next Breath of the Wild 2 Zelda theory, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.